My diary says I'm faking my amnesia. I woke up from a car accident with amnesia, and my devoted husband has been patiently helping me recover. I just found a hidden diary in my own handwriting that begins with the words, "I did not lose my memory. I am faking it." He is the one who caused the crash. The first thing I remember is the color white, the sterile white of a hospital ceiling. The second thing is a man's face, his eyes filled with a desperate, loving relief. "You're awake," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. He told me his name was David, and he was my husband. He told me my name was Emily. He explained there had been a terrible car accident. A truck ran a red light, and I had a severe concussion that had wiped away my memories. My entire life, our entire life together, was just gone. In the terrifying emptiness of my own mind, David became my anchor. He was endlessly patient, his touch always gentle, his smile a constant source of reassurance. He would sit by my bed for hours, reading to me from my favorite books and showing me pictures on his phone of a smiling woman who was supposedly me, living a life I could not remember. Bringing me home was like introducing me to a movie set of a life I was supposed to have starred in. He carried me over the threshold, a sweet, romantic gesture that made my heart ache with a confusing mix of gratitude and emptiness. Our home was beautiful, filled with art and light. David was the perfect husband, a saint in human form. He cooked all my favorite meals, which he had to tell me I loved. He retold stories of our first date, our wedding, our travels. He never once showed a hint of frustration with my endless questions or my vacant stares when he mentioned a person or place that should have meant the world to me. He was in every way the man every woman dreams of. But there were moments, small and fleeting, that felt off. Sometimes, when he thought I was not looking, his patient smile would vanish, replaced by an expression of intense, calculating watchfulness. When I asked about my family, he would explain that they lived far away and that it was best not to overwhelm myself with too many visitors just yet. When I tried to find my old laptop, he told me it had been destroyed in the crash and he had already bought me a new one. It was all perfectly reasonable, but a tiny, persistent alarm bell had started to ring in the back of my foggy mind. I told myself it was just paranoia, a side effect of the trauma. The discovery happened on a rainy Tuesday afternoon while David was at the grocery store. I was looking for a blanket in the back of our bedroom closet, a deep walk-in space filled with his suits and my unfamiliar clothes. In the very back, tucked away under a stack of old shoe boxes, was a small leather-bound journal. My initials were embossed in gold on the cover, E.M. Emily. My hands trembled as I opened it. The handwriting was mine. I recognized it from the get well soon cards David had helped me write. But this writing was different. It was sharp, jagged, and filled the page with a frantic energy. The entry was dated the day before the accident, and the first sentence made my entire world tilt on its axis. It read, "I did not lose my memory. I am faking it. He is the one who caused the crash." My blood ran cold. I kept reading, my heart pounding in my ears. The diary entry was a desperate, terrifying confession. It described how David was not a loving husband, but a jealous, controlling monster. It detailed how he had isolated me from everyone I knew, and how I had finally worked up the courage to leave him. The car crash was not an accident. He had grabbed the steering wheel when I told him it was over, screaming that if he could not have me, no one could. The final words of the entry were the most chilling of all. "Waking up with amnesia is my only way out. He needs to believe I am a blank slate, that I do not remember the monster he is. I have to play the part of the broken, helpless wife he can mold and control. It is the only way I will ever get the chance to escape." Just then, I heard the sound of the front door opening downstairs. David was home, and I realized with a surge of pure terror that the performance of my life had just begun.